I have to be honest, I've gotten a little bit bored with my growth newsletter, and frankly, I'm just not really reading that many newsletters myself these days. What I am doing is watching a lot of videos on workflows, AI tools, I don't know, even just different growth tactics and stuff that people are currently using. Because the landscape's changing really, really fast. Every day seems like there's a new tool, new tactic to be used. So I thought I'd start recording some videos of what I'm using for growth in terms of tools, workflows, etc. And hopefully I'll start interviewing some people about the tools they're using as well. And I'm going to have some people come on who have developed their own tools that will kind of give it a demo. So none of this is going to be sponsored or anything like usual. It's all organic, but I thought I would kick off for this first one on a very simple applet, as they call it, that basically takes searches and posts that people make on Twitter and Reddit that I think might be looking for one of the products I'm leading growth for. And I can then hop into Twitter or Reddit and recommend the product for them. So in this case, I'm doing it for Reflect. It's an AI note-taking app that I'm the head of growth for. And I just got tired of hopping into Reddit and Twitter every day and seeing if there was anything that I needed to comment on. It was pretty time consuming. And especially as I got busier and busier, it just became unmanageable. So I've been using these alerts, and they go into a private Discord channel that I have set. So I'll then kind of go in. Actually, let me just show you really quick right now. Here I am in my Discord channel. I have a channel set up called Twitter Alerts. I've actually now added Reddit, as you see, so I should probably just rename this Alerts. And it just posts every single thing that matches my search parameters here in the Discord channel. So I can just hop in here and, use the channel right away to respond to stuff. I think this would also work really well if you have an existing community. Like Reflect does have a Discord community, and I've thought about maybe opening it up as a channel so that our advocates, our communities, and even our investors can go in and recommend us when people tweet something like, "What's a simple and powerful note-taking app that I can use to replace Apple Notes," or something like that. So that's kind of roughly how it works. Now let me go back in and show you. So I actually think the Twitter one's a little bit more fun. So let me start into that. I'm going to click into this. And by the way, I have done this through a tool called If This Then That. I tried it through Zapier because I had an existing account there and I actually couldn't get it to work. And the If This Then That team support was fantastic, actually. So I might try and start using this more often. It's also pretty affordable. But let me kind of click into the settings so that I can actually show you what it looks like. So it's pretty simple. I have my if statement, and it's basically just a Twitter search. Now, the nice thing is that they let you use Twitter's advanced search as long as you just use the correct operators. I had no idea what those were, but fortunately, they will let you pull up this page here, and you can actually read through how to do them manually. But if you're lazy like me, you can actually open up the advanced search thing. They've got a link to it right here. And you can just kind of put in all your terms here. So for me, I had a bunch of like note-taking tool. You can see the ones I put in there previously. You can use exact phrases. Once it's running for a while, you want to put in discluding phrases. So I just noticed that there were a bunch of irrelevant ones that included these words. And so I'll just kind of put more and more of them in there. I'll set my language to English. And there's actually a bunch more stuff you can do. But for me, I'm just kind of setting up a general alert. So that's really all I wanted. And then when you click search, basically what it does is takes you to a page like this. And in your search box, it populates all of these things for you. So I can just take this and I just copied it. And then I can go back to if this, then that, and just paste it in here. That's what you see right there. And that's really nice because then I can go in and just, if I need to subtract further words, it's really, really easy. And I can click update and it will just save that. And my then trigger is a Discord. So I have set up a Discord server just for, I guess, kind of my like agency consulting business. I set up a channel called Twitter Alerts that you saw in Discord. And then here you can actually craft the message how you want it to be. So for me, I wanted the actual tweet, in this case, embedded. I wanted to see when it was created at, and then I wanted to see via the username. So there's other things that you could do in here. And you can like add ingredients. So let me just kind of do an example. Let's say, whoa, that was horrible. There we go. So let's say I want to add in like a link to the tweet so that I can just kind of easily go see it. And maybe I don't care where it's created at. So, and I maybe don't even care who the username is. I could really simplify this. I think I'm actually going to try this and see if I like the format better. so that it just embeds the tweet and then has a link I can click on and go visit it. I have all mentions allowed here. You can choose whatever you want, and I'll click update action. And that's pretty much it. It's really, really easy to set up. There is some stuff you're going to have to do with the Twitter server, the Discord server, but it's very, very simple. They kind of walk you through it. And if you have troubles, just message support. I was originally trying to set this up a really, really complicated way. I kept getting it to fail, and I finally just caved and messaged them, and they literally fixed it for me in like a minute. It was amazing. So I'll update that. And then we have the Twitter one. I'll click update on that. I don't know if I made any changes, and then I can cancel out of there. And then what I did is basically the exact same thing for Reddit. The only difference, I think, is that my search for Reddit is much simpler. And that's just because there was a lot less irrelevant stuff on Reddit. So I didn't feel like I had to disclude as many things. So I'm really only targeting the note-taking terms. And then same thing, just goes into the server. I've customized it here how I like to see it. And that's pretty much it. You can also set alerts, if you want to be notified every time it runs, but I get alerts from Discord. So what then happens is it sends a message to Discord. I get an alert on my phone. And so, you don't have to do that. You could just check it once in the morning. But if some influence or something comes out and is like, I'm looking for a new note-taking app, what should I use? I can go in there right away and recommend one. That actually happened really recently. It was amazing. So then just to kind of show you, I guess, how, it works then. I know I already showed you this, but so let's go in here and say, okay, Xiaomi Pad 6 for note-taking, that's irrelevant. But boost your productivity with these 10 powerful apps. That is relevant. So I could click on this and then go into it. And if they don't mention Reflect, I could put it as a comment and say I think this should have been included as the list or something like that. But really just monitor it. And if you see a lot of these that aren't relevant, so LogSec is a competitor. I still actually could contribute to this because I do have some thoughts on the benefits of an outliner versus a long form note-taking app. But if I'm sick of, seeing things from LogSec, I could disclude the term. I actually did that for Notion because I just found that there was basically no overlap between people looking for Notion and Reflect. And then, in Productive, a place to store all your projects, to-do list and notes, that could be relevant. These are all Reddit posts. They're the Twitter one. So you can just kind of go in and then hop in and comment really quickly. The last thing that I do want to mention for this, so I don't have these set up for brand terms, but maybe you really just care about when someone mentions your product on Twitter or Reddit. So you could go in and instead of searching for note-taking app, maybe I want someone mentioning Reflect or Reflect Notes or Reflect our domain, or you go into the Twitter and someone that mentions us, although probably a little bit less relevant because it's pretty easy to see when someone actually mentions you. So that's where I think the power of this one is these, I guess, kind of soft terms that you can search for. So I probably only comment on one out of every 10 of the posts, but it makes it just really, really easy to find those posts when someone genuinely posts on Reddit or Twitter or X now, I guess, asking for the right product. So a really great way to spread word of mouth, definitely more on the guerrilla side of things. You could scale this, I guess, if you had a customer service team or something doing it. But I just think that this is a tactic that can be beneficial for almost any product or service.